Hi guys, Nicky here, and normally I do Disney College Program vlogs, but this vlog is not one of those. This is actually a vlog describing what I mean when I say life. So, I was playing on Facebook and I came across a year in this day, and so 4 years ago today I came across a picture of this. And I know it sounds weird to be like, yes, it's an edible arrangement. What does that have to do with anything? It was my reward for living. And what I mean by that is I walked out of a hospital 4 years ago today with my life. And you learn that you take life and things you do for granted. For example, I went into that hospital with pneumonia with empyema. I was told that I was a couple days out from losing my life completely by the time I got in there. It had spread so far, the pneumonia and the empyema itself, which is like a bacteria, had eaten part of my lungs. So I had to go through multiple procedures and surgeries to render my life. And at first they thought it was cancer with stage 4 lung cancer. No, it's spreading down to the liver. That's the first news my family got, and they handled it very well. It's insane to see what kind of family support you have. It was amazing to know how close they were and how ready they were to help me. They were switching off shifts to make sure I was never alone, that I never felt unwanted, that I had somebody who cared the whole time. I had a point by the last part of the surgery where I had tubes coming out of my stomach. I had to have an epidural at all times. I had to pretty much be retaught, and I had to reteach my brain, and I had to physically understand how to physically walk again. It was a very hard experience to lose the idea of how to walk, and then suddenly you have to regain and relearn and rebuild, reboot of how to walk, and using a wheelchair as a guide and hope that it doesn't let you down. I also had to learn how to properly breathe again. I had to breathe on a couple of breathing tubes for a while and stuff, so even learning how to do something that's automatic to your body, to learn how to breathe again, that's insane, knowing that we take little things as breathing or walking or standing, moving, thinking for granted every day. Your life is beautiful. You can do all that things. It could come down to the point where you don't know how to do those things, or you lose how to do those things. You lose the ability. So that's another thing, is don't take everything for granted. Yeah, you may be out of money. Yeah, life can be rough, but you're still moving. You're more mobile than a lot of people. And we take stuff for granted, such as showers. The first time I got to take a shower after that, I'm standing in the shower just crying my brains out, mostly because I had been on lots of painkillers, but it was also the idea of, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing feeling of my life. I get to shower again. And on top of that, it was like I lost all this weight, so it was like I'm showering my bones because there's nothing left of me. But 4 years ago today, I made it out of the hospital. I beat pneumonia with empyema, and I got an edible arrangement. And I just remember my mom driving me home, and I was going to stay at my mom's anyways. I just moved into a new apartment like a week beforehand, and of course I got ill, but I ended up staying with my mom for a little bit because I had to be taken care of very thoroughly because I had stitches everywhere and scars everywhere. And I ended up hearing a song that's playing in the background right now by Daughtry, and it's like every time I hear it, it makes me understand that I take a lot for granted, and I still do. I mean, yes, I learned this huge lesson. It was the biggest impact of my life, and I need to stop taking things for granted. And I hope at least this helps somebody in this world understand that we take a lot for granted, because it could be stripped from us immediately. We could be on our deathbed praying that we can get better, and to understand which family and friends are going to be there when you need them to most. That's an incredible feeling, to know how supported you can be and who's willing to come and show you any support or be there with you. I even had a cousin who brought me macaroni and cheese because that's all I wanted. I just wanted a day of macaroni and cheese, and it was the biggest bucket of macaroni and cheese ever. It was the best thing ever. I couldn't get through any of it. But I mean, it's still good to know that they would even bring you mac and cheese because you wanted it. And so that's my sappy story. So I guess the lesson here is I came out alive, and I'm still alive, and I hope this at least helps somebody understand don't take things for granted.